What's up, Marvel United family? Welcome to the channel. Servant Zero here, aka Mr. Perry, and today we'll be showcasing and reviewing the anti-hero Raven Darkholme. Now, that's her long-standing alias. No one really knows her real name, but for those who are new to the comic world, they know her as Mystique from Marvel United X-Men Core Box Season 2. Let's go! All right, Marvel United family, let's talk about Mystique's 12 hero cards. When she is playing as a hero, she is going to have her standard 12. She's going to have a wild, a double wild, and if you're playing on the heroic challenge, the hardest challenge thus far in the game, Mystique will have no wilds left in her deck. So bring your A game, guys. Going to continue with a move, a heroic action and a move and a punch, a move and a punch, another move and a punch, a punch, a double punch. And Mystique has 4 special effect cards. Her first one being Spy Master. The next master plan card played cannot add any civilians or thugs to your location or one of the 2 adjacent ones, your choice. It comes with a move. She has 2 of those. Her next set is going to be Metamorph. On the next villain turn, you may redirect any damage dealt to you to a henchman or any thug in your location. And this one comes with a punch, and her last one comes with a heroic action. And these 2 would be her starting hand, guys. So she has 2 of these. The reason why she has 2 of these is because most starting hand cards in season 2, they are throughout the game, throughout the match. The hero can have a starting hand that benefits them throughout the match. Well, because Mystique, hers don't benefit throughout the match. They just gave her 2 to kind of suffice. It would have been cool if maybe she had 3. I wouldn't see her being overpowered if she had a 3rd one, but we'll see what Multiverse have to bring. Maybe she'll get a gear, some gear or something that may help her do a little extra. I don't know, we'll see, but that's the reason Mystique has 2 of these starting hand cards, guys, just to give her a little more opportunity to metamorph and do her special ability throughout the game. All right, that being Mystique, when she is a hero, let's check out her villain cards. Villain cards. All right. Mystique as a villain has a special setup. Place Senator Kelly token in the hero's starting location. And as you guys can see, Mystique qualifies to be a super villain. So that means she is able to be played by a 5th player. And she will give out the tokens to the heroes so that they can split them up however they decide. All right, Mystique is going to have a health of 9 when going against 4 heroes, a health of 6 when going against 3 heroes, a health of 4 when going against 2 heroes. Her special rules, Senator Kelly Senator Kelly. He is affected by anything that affects heroes. Heroes can take him with them. When moving, a hero in his location can take any damage that would be dealt to him. When a hero is KO'd, Mystique doesn't activate her BAM, instead moves Senator Kelly 1 location counterclockwise. Draw another master plan card and add it face down to end the storyline. Her BAM, Deal 2 damage to one hero in Mystique's location. Her overflow. If one or more civilian or thug token can't be added to a location, move Senator Kelly one location counterclockwise. Then draw another master plan card and add it face down in the storyline. The villainous plot. The heroes lose if Senator Kelly takes any damage. All right, guys, she is a go-getter. Let's check out her cards. All right, let's check out her cards, guys. She is going to have her standard 18 being a villain. When she is acting as a villain, she's gonna have a move of 3. She's gonna put out some thugs and civilians. And Mystique does have a trigger effect, guys. And remember, a trigger effect is anything that anytime a villain would land in that location, it would activate. Has nothing to do with the BAM. It's just simply every time she would land in that location, it would activate. It's gonna be a 5 and a BAM, and she's gonna put out some thugs and civilians. 2 and a BAM, put out some thugs. 1 and a BAM, and put out some civilians. 4 and a BAM, and put out some thugs. 0 and a BAM, and put out some thugs and civilians. Master Assassination. Move to Senator Kelly's location, and BAM. And it looks like she is going to have 4 of these, guys. So that means she is going to severely be chasing that guy, right? Okay, she has two special effect cards. 3 in a BAM, Metamorph. Add a civilian in each location with no civilian until the next villain turn. Damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead if one is present. Same with this one. She has 2 of these. All right, let's check out her threat cards. All right, guys, her threat cards here. Toad being the first one. He is going to have a health of 4, a health of 6. When there are 4 heroes, you would add 2 to it. So this may be confusing to those who don't know, but basically the number of heroes playing is going to be, and you're going to add 2 to that number. So if you are playing 2 heroes, you would add 2 to that and he would have a health of 4. If you were playing 3 heroes, you're going to add 2 to that and he would have a health of 5. And if you are playing a full squad of 4, you would add 2 to that and he would have a health of 6. So Toad's going to have a health of 6 when playing 4 heroes. He will ban when Mystique bams, he will activate. If possible, move Toad to the next clockwise location with no threats, then deal 1 damage to 1 hero in Toad's location. Her next henchman is going to be Avalanche. Avalanche will have a health of 6 when fighting against 4 heroes. He will have a health of 5 when fighting against 3 heroes, and he will have a health of 4 when fighting against 2 heroes. He will activate on a BAM. Discard 1 civilian from this and each adjacent location. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each of these locations that had no civilians. Her next henchman is going to be Pyro. Pyro is going to have a health of 6 when fighting against 4 heroes. He is going to have a health of 5 when fighting against 3 heroes, and he is going to have a health of 4 when fighting against 2 heroes. He will activate on a BAM, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this and each adjacent location. Her next henchman is going to be Destiny, and this is going to cause her trigger effect, guys. So remember, has nothing to do with her BAM. Anytime she would land in Destiny's location, she would trigger move Senator Kelly one location counterclockwise. Heroes can prevent this by drawing another master plan card and adding it face down to in the storyline. Destiny is going to have a health of 5 when fighting against 4 heroes. She is going to have a health of 4 when fighting against 3 heroes, and she is going to have a health of 3 when fighting against 2 heroes. Her last 2 threat cards, guys, is going to be hiding in plain sight. As long as this threat is in play, damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead, if present. Therefore, it's going to take 3 heroic actions to get rid of these cards, guys. That being Mystique and her threat cards when she is evil. And when she is good, her cards, let's see how they work. All right, family, let's talk about Mystique's 4 special effect cards here when she is a hero. Her first 2 is going to be Spy Master. The next master plan card cannot add any civilians or thugs to your location or one of the 2 adjacent ones you choose. It's going to come with a move. And basically, guys, this is keeping the villain from putting out any civilians or thugs. So if you play Spy Master during that turn when the villain is going, when it's the villain turn and they go, all of the thugs that they may have put out or all of the civilians that they may put out, they will not be able to put them out in your location, all right? So they would have to, let's see if I can get this visual for you right quick. So let's say that the Juggernaut landed there, okay? And he is going to put out 2 civilians in this location. And he's going to put out 1 civilian in the adjacent one and 1 civilian over in this one, okay? Because you played Spy Master, he will not be able to put them out in this location. And when it comes to your 2 adjacent locations, you would be able to choose which of those he would not be able to put that last civilian or thug out. So depending on, you want to look at your overflow state, right? So you got this one in bank. He's not going to be able to put any civilians or thugs in this location. So you have to choose for these adjacent ones. So if this one was finna be an overflow, you can keep him from putting the civilian or thug here. If this one was going to be overflow, you can keep him from putting the civilian or thug here. So it'll be your choice. Kind of cool, like that that special effect right there. Keeps the overflow down, using it at the right time. All right, and her last 2 being a hero is going to be Metamorph. On the next villain turn, you may redirect any damage dealt to you to a henchman or any thug in your location. And this one comes with a heroic action, and this one comes with a punch. So if you were going to receive damage from the villain this turn and you played Metamorph, instead of you receiving that damage, you would redirect it to a thug or a henchman if there was a henchman threat card in your location. Now, if there wasn't a thug or there wasn't a henchman in your location, you would just simply receive that damage because there's no way to redirect it. There's nobody to redirect it to, so you would have to take that damage. But if you have yourself some thugs in that location, and you so happen to have a henchman threat card there, you can pick which one of them you want to redirect it to. And then you'd be able to use yourself a heroic action to maybe save a civilian, or you'd be able to use yourself a punch plus whatever your teammate may have left you. You know, they had went before you and they may have left you with something good. And also never forget, guys, if you have received any tokens throughout the game, you'd be able to use that as well to be able to put yourself together a pretty cool combo to finish that out, right? So Metamorph is another cool little ability that Mystique has that she's able to do as a hero. I think that's really cool to be able to redirect the damage like that, guys, when you have, you know, the thugs in there or a henchman in there, you know. If not, you're just going to have to take that hit, guys. All right. Mystique being a hero, I would put her as a well-rounded character. She is really good, guys. She's really good. She's really helpful as a hero. I'm telling you, she does the job. She gets it done, guys. All right. So that being Mystique, when she is a hero, let's check her out as a villain. All right, guys, let's see how Mystique works as a villain. She is going to have a special setup here. Place Senator Kelly's token in the hero's starting location. And as you guys can see, again, she qualifies as a super villain. So a fifth player can join the game and, you know, pass out these tokens to the heroes and they can divvy them up between each other how they desire. So her special setup, placing the Senator Kelly's token. Here in Marvel United Season 2 X-Men, they give you this token here. This is the Senator Kelly token that you would be able to carry around with your heroes. So if your heroes started here in this location, you would put the token in that location and they would carry this token around throughout the game, trying to keep him from receiving damage. He does not have health, so you want to be careful. You do have an opportunity to take the damage to keep him alive so that you guys can stay in the game. All right. So this being the token that comes with the core box of Marvel United X-Men. But my homeboys over at Minis from Mars did us a pretty cool thing. They came up with a 3D rendering of Senator Kelly, and I think they done an amazing job with this. It really captures his sight. It looks like him. It makes it more thematic, makes it more real. He is scaling perfectly with the heroes, so you get some paint on him as well, and hey, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Really cool to be able to have this guy with the heroes as you're going around trying to keep him alive instead of the token. So if you guys would be interested in getting one for yourself, I will leave their link down in the description and you guys check them out. So Mystique is going to have a health of 9 when fighting 4 heroes, a health of 6 when fighting 3 heroes, a health of 4 when fighting 2 heroes. Her special rules, Senator Kelly. He is affected by anything that affects the heroes. Heroes can take him with them when moving. A hero in his location can take any damage that would be dealt to him. So again, guys, you're basically going to be babysitting this guy. You guys will decide who's going to take him, you know, however you guys want. So if Beast was going to babysit him, every time Beast would move, he would move. And just in case Mystique so happened to get to him and be ready to cause some damage, If she so happened to knock out Beast, then he would move counterclockwise one location over. Okay, guys? So, this being her special rules, when a hero is KO'd, Mystique doesn't activate her BAM. Instead, move Senator Kelly one location counterclockwise, draw another master plan card, and add it face down to the storyline. Now, her villainous plot, the heroes lose if Senator Kelly takes any damage, guys. Any damage. So, you're going to have yourself a ball trying to keep yourselves alive while this mad woman is chasing this guy like crazy. Yeah, she really doesn't like this guy, so she is trying to get at him. So I would recommend having somebody that can tank for the team, that can possibly hold and take the damage a little more to keep you guys alive as you guys work on getting rid of her threats and getting her down so that you can, help out. So I would recommend a tank for the team and someone who can maybe manipulate her master plan deck, either by delaying her or by canceling her BAMs. That would be really helpful to keep her at bay while you guys are trying to keep him alive as you're going around the board trying to get rid of her, all right? So, that being that special rule there coming with Senator Kelly, let's talk about her BAM. Deal 2 damage to one hero in Mystique's location. Off the bat, guys, you're not going to get 1 damage with her. You're going to get 2 damage with her. And of course we know, if you're in her location as a hero and she BAMs, you will receive 2 damage, all right? Now, that comes into play if you have Senator Kelly with you and she BAMs like that, right, guys? So be careful, because if you don't have enough cards and you BAM, you go down, he will then go counterclockwise 1 location and could possibly be left by himself if the other heroes may not be around or able to get to him. And her very next move could be something deadly and can end the game. So you guys do your best to try to keep yourselves healthy. Keep this woman away from that man. She's a crazy one. All right, her overflow. If 1 or more civilian or thug tokens can't be added to a location, move Senator Kelly 1 location counterclockwise, then draw another master plan card and add it face down to end the storyline. So again, if you overflow, it's going to cause him to move counterclockwise away from you guys. He's going to fall behind pretty much, basically. So you guys be careful to watch those overflows, okay? So let's talk about her threats. Again, Destiny is her only trigger effect. Anytime she lands in Destiny location, move Senator Kelly 1 location counterclockwise. Heroes can prevent this by drawing another master plan card and adding it face down to the storyline. Again, if you are playing if you are playing 4 heroes, Destiny is going to have a health of 5. The way you figure this out, guys, I know it looks confusing, but basically the number of heroes plus 1, that's what that means. So if you are playing all 4 heroes, you would add 1 to that, which would make it 5 health, okay? That would be her health. And this is Mystique's only trigger effect card, threat card. Her next henchman is going to be Pyro. He is going to activate on a BAM, and he will deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this and each adjacent location. Pyro, if you are playing 4 heroes, he will have a health of 6. You would add 2 to the 4. If you are playing 3 heroes, again, he would have health of 5. And if you were playing 2 heroes, he would have a health of 4. That's how it worked, guys. Just a number of heroes plus that number. Okay, so in Pyro's location, he will deal 1 damage to 1 hero in his location and each adjacent location. So let's say you guys were here, all right? And she activated her BAM. Beast is going to get a damage. Jean is going to get damage. And Cyclops is going to get damage or 2 because he's going to have to choose to take the 1 damage to keep Senator Kelly alive. Remember, guys, you got to keep him alive. You don't want him to get any damage or you guys are going to lose. So Cyclops is going to end up taking 2 damage. If that knocks him out, then you would move Senator Kelly counterclockwise back over this way, all right? So that's how that's gonna work, guys. You guys are gonna be doing your best to try to keep this guy from getting damage as you're playing Mystique. And that is Pyro, and that's how he is going to be rolling anytime in these locations, his adjacent locations and his location. So be careful with that guy. All right, let's talk about her next threat card, Avalanche here. Avalanche is going to have a health of 6. If you are playing 4 heroes, you add 2, and he would have a health of 6. If you're playing 3 heroes, you add 2, and he'd have a health of 5. And if you are playing 2 heroes, you would add the 2, and he would have a health of 4. So don't be too confused about this, guys. That's what it means. So he will activate on a BAM, discard 1 civilian from this and each adjacent location. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in each of these locations that had no civilians. All right, guys, let's see how that looks. So Avalanche will be over there, and we're gonna put Scott here. We will put Jean here, and we're gonna put Beast and Senator Kelly right there. All right, guys, so activating on a BAM, Avalanche would get rid of the civilian in his location, all right? And then he would get rid of the civilians in his adjacent location, which happened to be here and here. And because there are no civilians in this location with Beast and Senator Kelly, Beast will get a damage because there are no civilians, all right? If that damage knocks Beast out, then Senator Kelly would move counterclockwise to that location, all right? Cyclops and Jean Grey would not take any damage because their locations had previous civilians in it, so they wouldn't take any damage. But Beast would take the damage because his location had no civilians to start with, okay? So her next henchman is going to be Toad. Toad is going to activate on a BAM. If possible, move Toad to the next clockwise location with no threat. Then deal 1 damage to 1 hero in Toad's location. All right, guys, that's pretty self-explanatory. Again, Toad is going to have a health of 6 if you are playing with 4 heroes. He is going to have a health of 5 if you are playing with 3 heroes. And he is going to have a health of 2 if you are a health of 4 if you are playing with 2 heroes, all right? And again, I know it's a little confusing, but it's just the number of heroes that you play plus the 2. That's what that is. So again, if you're playing 2 heroes, you add the 2 to it, so he'll have a health of 4. If you're playing 3 heroes, you will add 2 to that and he will have a health of 5. And if you're playing all 4 characters, all 4 heroes, a full squad, you would add 2 to that, so it would give him a health of 6. So with Toad, if there is a location you can move him to with no threat, and if there happened to be a hero there, he would receive 1 damage. All right, that's pretty much it with Toad. Pretty self-explanatory. And her last 2 threat cards here, hiding in plain sight. As long as this threat is in play, damage dealt to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead. If present, it's going to take 3 heroic actions to get rid of these guys, and she has 2 of them. So, if Mystique is in this location and she receives damage, she will clockwise give it to Toad. If Toad is not there and she is in this location and she receives damage, she will clockwise give it to Pyro. And that's how it goes, just around and around. If there is a henchman on the board, it'll direct to the henchman. So, that being Mystique and her threats, let's check out her special effect cards as a villain, guys, all right? She has 2 Metamorph, exactly the same. All civilians in each location with no... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm messing it up, guys. I'm sorry. Add civilians in each location with no civilians until the next villain turn. Damage to Mystique is dealt to the next clockwise henchman instead. Okay, so with Metamorph, you'd add civilians in each location with none. And then until the next villain turn, damage will be redirected again to her henchman. So she pulls this card, Metamorph, she bams, all right? She will put civilians in every location with no civilians. So she would add civilians to it, all right? And she just add 1. So she just be adding 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not filling it up, just 1 in each location with no civilians. So for visual, she would just put 1 there. That's it. And then until her next villain turn, the damage that she would receive this turn after playing this Metamorph card, you just, it'll go to her clockwise to the henchman, if the henchman is in there. So depending on where she was getting the damage, you know, it'll just go to a henchman instead, clockwise, guys. That's pretty much it. Being Mystique, you guys are wondering, maybe you were wondering, well, Servant, how is she going to be getting to or chasing Senator Kelly? She will be chasing Senator Kelly with these cards right here, guys, and she has 4 of them, okay? Her Master Assassin cards move to Senator Kelly location, and she bams when she gets there. So be careful, guys, because if she pull one of these cards when he is by himself, because one of you guys got knocked out and he moved backwards, and she pulls one of those cards on the next turn and she gets to him and bams and causes him that damage, it's it. Game over, guys. Again, this being Mystique, when she is a villain, got to say she is gonna keep you on your toes chasing after this dude. Man, this dude. But she is excellent. It's exciting. It's very exciting when you're playing it on Heroic Challenge, guys. Yeah, again, you don't have those extra wow moves to those extra wow actions to help cushion it a little bit. So again, I love her mold. They did a great job with this. It does capture Mystique, old Raven, Darkholm here, you know. Done a great job with that. Okay. And again, guys, if you guys want to pick up one of these for yourself, I will leave Minis from Mars link down in the description. You can get you one of these. Instead of playing it with this guy here, you can use this one, all right? So, that being Mystique, the anti-hero here in Marvel United X-Men core box you get, guys. Great villain, great hero. You guys have nothing but fun with these guys. This core box is really amazing, introducing a lot of new modes to the game this season, and it's really, really fun, guys. So if you like what I'm doing, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. You guys stay safe out there and be blessed, and I will catch you guys in the next one.